This conference will now be recorded.
22. I have to tell you, I'm actually very excited about this presentation because one thing I can tell you in the travel industry that's been for sure is that change has been constant in the last 2 years. The policies and protocols and safety enhancements have changed, it seems to me, almost on a daily or weekly basis, always usually for the best. So today we're very fortunate to have two people, Maria and Matt from NCL and Carnival Cruise Lines, who will be sharing what's going on with their cruise line and what's new. So we'll go ahead and get started with that. And first, I just want to tell you a little bit about Travel Central. So Travel Central has been in business since 1988. We have a team of incredible experts whose only goal is to make sure that you get the best service. We use our expertise resources to the person who's dedicated. Your vacation will only be enhanced because we often have amenities and special exclusives that we can offer to you, whether it's an onboard credit or a free upgrade. So just a couple of things off at housekeeping today. If you could please remain on mute so you don't disturb the presentation as we go along. If you have a question, if you could please put it in the chat box so that we can answer those questions, whether I'll be watching them as we go, but if not, I'll enter all of them at the end. So now I would like to go ahead and introduce Matt and Maria. We'll start with Maria, who will give us a short bio on who she is and how long she's been with Carnival and a little bit about her expertise. So Maria, if you want to go ahead and share.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me today, Melinda. Really appreciate the opportunity to share what is new with all things Carnival, and great to be here with you as well, Matt. So as Melinda said, my name is Maria Cobb. I'm the Business Development Manager here for Carnival Cruise Line. I'm actually based right here at home in Louisiana. I cover the territory of Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. And I've been in the industry for 18 years, of which 13 of those years were right here at Carnival Cruise Line. Also spent about 5 years of my time in the business working for two travel agencies when I lived down in warm, sunny Miami, Florida. So again, it is just so great to be here, and I can't wait to share about all things new with Carnival with y'all today.
Well, thank you, Maria. And this is how the format's going to work throughout the presentation. Both of them will be sharing different things, one about NCL, one about Carnival, before we introduce Matt. And we really are going to be talking about the innovations, the health and safety protocols, and of course, any specials and deals. So if you're ready to go cruise in 2022, they can share that information. So Matt, tell us a little bit about you. Just 1 minute. Matt seems to be having a technical difficulty because I can't hear him. So just 1 minute.
Okay, I'm having some feedback issues. How about now? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can, Matt, and there's no feedback, so thank you.
You're welcome. And what about my camera at this point?
How's it look, Rachel?
I don't see a Matt.
Yeah, it says that disabled by the organizer.
1 second. Make organize.
Oops, sorry about that. For anyone who's just joining us, we started working on it. We just had a little technical difficulty, but we should be resolved in just a minute. Thank you again for joining us here at Travel Central with Norwegian and Carnival Cruise Lines.
There we go. Hello, everybody. Hi, Melinda. Still having a little feedback. I'm going to turn down my. There we go. How about that? Is that okay?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Listen, it's great to be here. I'm sorry about all the technical difficulties. I don't know where that's coming from, that we always have to anticipate the unexpected, but I've been with Norwegian since July the 20th of 2001. I am just a cruise fan. That's where I started out. I went on a cruise in 2000, came home, and and decided to work on cruise ships. And July 8th, I started my first voyage on the Norwegian Sky. I worked on board our ships for 13 years. So that was a great experience, travel all around the world. And now I am in business development, which means that I'm helping agents grow their business. And I've been doing that now, God goodness, it's been 7 years, and I'm still a cruise fan. And in fact, I just went on a cruise 2 weeks ago and can't wait to start planning my next one already.
So what's really exciting, and I think Matt and Maria both will share with it, is that even though they didn't cruise for 18 months starting in March of 2020, they had some real great developments, and they're going to also share about what's out there currently on the water, in the water. So amazingly enough, I think you will be amazed, is even after 18 months not being in service, what they're actually doing today. So go ahead, Matt, Maria, and tell us about what's new and what's coming out, and how many ships y'all have in the water.
All right. Well, yeah, Melinda, it definitely, it's exciting times here at Carnival Cruise Line. I can certainly share with you that we have had a tremendously successful restart. We have actually set sail with over 1 million guests. Can you believe it? Since July. So tremendously successful, especially over these last 2 years. So it's just so good to have virtually our entire fleet back in full guest operation. We do have some additional exciting announcements with new ship deployments, new ship builds. I'm not sure if any of you are aware of this, but we are actually taking ownership of one of our sister lines ships. The Costa Magica will be joining the Carnival Cruise Line fleet sometime this year. We still haven't announced where she will home port or where she'll be sailing to, but stay tuned for more information on that. Then, of course, we have our brand new baby, our flagship, Mardi Gras. We love the name, right? Very fitting, and just so excited to share some of the new innovations on that ship. She is sailing currently out of Port Canaveral, Florida. And then, of course, we have her sister ship coming out end of this year in November, Carnival Celebration. She will home port in Miami, and then her third sister in the XL class of ships will be named the Carnival Jubilee, and the buzz around town is the fact that she will actually be deployed over to Galveston in November of 2023. So really exciting news here at Carnival, and again, we're just so excited to be back into full guest swing here.
It really is exciting to see that not only are all the ships getting back in the water, but we're actually bringing the new ships online. So, Matt, I know you have a couple of great announcements as well about new ships and what's going on with your deployments.
Yeah, I'm still having some problems with a little bit of feedback. If we put that there. So right now we've actually got 17 ships in our fleet, and 10 of our 17 ships are back in the water. So we're really excited about that. We've got 3 more ships that are coming back in the water next month, and then by this summer we'll have our entire fleet back in the water. We've also got a couple new ships on order. We've got the Norwegian Prima and the Norwegian Viva, which are going to be coming out. The Prima is going to be coming out next year. The Viva the year after that, and then we have another ship on order as well. So 3 new ships on order. We're really excited about the brand new ships. We're building them for the first time in Italy, so they're going to look absolutely spectacular. Bigger cabins, which is really counterintuitive to this whole industry, to have bigger cabins on a cruise ship, more personal space, more outdoor space on those ships. So this is something we're really excited about, and something that's new for us, and certainly new for the industry. Is we'll have more square footage per person than any other cruise ship in the contemporary space. So we're really excited about that as well.
That is fantastic. Glad to hear. Don't leave, Matt, because I'm going to let you start first next, because the next thing we'll be talking about is dining. And I know y'all have some real cool innovations. I have to tell you, to me, This is one of the most challenging things for a travel advisor, and we do it though, is to keep up with all the great dining options, because cruise ships have so many opportunities now, whether it's specialty dining, it's al fresco dining, whether it's India room suite dining, whether it's out on your balcony dining. So we're gonna go ahead and let Matt start with his and talk a little bit about how Norwegian does it, and then show you some of the restaurants they have. Yeah, Matt, I told you not to leave.
All right, now.
Why are we
All
waiting?
right, Melinda, how about now? Is that okay?
I don't know why you're cutting out, but while we're waiting for that, I will say one of the biggest things that Norwegian started many, many years ago, and I think they're actually one of the leaders in the cruise industry, was the feel free to cruise your way, where with the dining. Are you there?
Yeah, so we have a concept at Norwegian called Freestyle Dining. And what that is, there are no assigned seats.
If Matt, if you have both your phone and your computer, that's why we have the feedback.
How about now?
It still has the feedback.
Goodness, goodness.
Are you on your phone?
Just a second. Just going to turn down my volume for now. So with Norwegian, we have freestyle dining, which means there's no assigned dining times, no scheduled seating. You eat when you want, where you want, with who you want. And some of our restaurants have up to 29 different dining options. So if you go to the next slide, I think it will show our Manhattan room. So we have lots of different dining options, as I mentioned, up to 29 different dining options. This is the Manhattan room. For instance, when I was on a cruise just a few weeks ago, if you want to go in the more open dining like this, which is included in your cruise fare, you can do that. It's a lovely dining room. In fact, I went in there 2 nights in a row and asked for the same waiter because I wanted to sit at the same table. I had such a wonderful waiter. You see the garden cafe there, which is also included in your cruise fare. And then we have what are called specialty restaurants. So specialty restaurants, it's a smaller dining venue. Everything's prepared to order. And then that way, if you want to go in some of those restaurants, there's a small upcharge for that. And we also include that in some of your cruise fare, and you can have a more specialized, more intimate dining experience.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, don't y'all have one too that you'll actually do like a live show while you're dining?
Correct. So that's in the Manhattan room, which you see right there, which was the first slide, which we have some of our performers that perform in our shows that come there and do some of the dance sets, so dinner and dancing, kind of dance off some of those calories after dinner.
That's really cool. That's really cool. We still have the echo, so I'm not sure if you're using your phone and your computer, but I do know that's normally what brings that back up. I'm gonna go ahead and let Maria talk a little bit about her specialty dining and her dining on board. But if we can figure that out, that'd be great. So Maria, tell us a little bit about. I know I have 2 slides on 4 of the different restaurants you have, but go ahead and share what y'all have on Carnival, which is new.
Absolutely. I would love to. And I got to agree with Melinda. There are so many options when it comes to dining on board a cruise ship. So it's just great that, with the evolution of the cruise industry, as Matt was describing, the Norwegian ships, there's so many different options. Here at Carnival, the great thing is that although our software has remained the same for the last 50 years, we are still known as the fun ships and really bringing the fun for every single sailing. Our hardware has come such a long way, and we have some great options and wonderful partnerships as well. So I'm sure most of you know this gentleman here on the
Matt,
No worries, Matt. I forgive you. Chef Guy Fieri, and he is just phenomenal. He really resonates with our brand. And of course, he knows how to bring the serious flavors to every single Carnival ship. So right here featured on the screen is our Guy's Burger Joint. The good news is that this burger joint is on every single one of our Carnival ships. So you will never miss out on this opportunity. One of these burgers in his restaurant on land would cost about $18, whereas when you are sailing on a Carnival ship, they are absolutely free and included in the cruise fare. So again, that's Guy's Burger Joint. We also have some additional restaurants that have his name associated with them. Our Guy's Pig and Anchor, which is a barbecue restaurant, and even Guy's Pig and Anchor Barbecue Smokehouse and Brew House, which is a very casual barbecue eatery where you can do some beer tasting and enjoy that beer experience along with your barbecue. And then on the previous screen, there's also really exciting new restaurant called Emerald's Bistro 1396. I know Chef Emerald Lagasse needs no introduction, but we have this brand new partnership with him, and we're so excited to be able to deliver this delicious culinary experience to our new ship, Mardi Gras. And that's where you will find options such as shrimp and grits for breakfast. We do have bananas Foster crepes. We are open for lunch and dinner as well, serving up some delicious Creole favorites. There's oysters, no matter how you like to eat your oysters. We have roasted duck and andouille sausage gumbo. So some really, really great options there at that a la carte restaurant. And then here on the screen on the left-hand side is a picture of our Blue Iguana Cantina. This is a included Mexican eatery that is available on every single one of our ships as well. We serve up fresh tacos and burritos. There is a salsa station as well, so you can dress up your taco just the way you like it. And we even have some great breakfast burritos too in the morning for a casual bite. And then on the right-hand side is Seafood Shack. This is truly special because it's only available on about half a dozen Carnival ships. Both of our ships from New Orleans, Carnival Glory and Carnival Valor, both have Seafood Shack. It is a casual Northeastern style seafood restaurant where you can order up things like crab legs. We have peel and eat shrimp. There is a delicious lobster roll as well, one of my favorites right here. And again, this restaurant is on both ships out of New Orleans. So again, plenty of dining opportunities. And since we are talking about innovations, I will mention that we're also known for our pizza on board. It is fabulous. But you can now order a whole pizza pie delivered to you anywhere on the ship through your Carnival Hub app. So I just wanted to let you all know on that brand new exciting announcement.
And that's something that maybe in a little bit we can talk a little more about, because I agree with you. Those new hub apps, all the cruise lines are creating their own little apps on the phone where you can order food or order room service or order excursions. And I think that's really cool. So we will have to come back and bring that up when we talk at the end, because I think that's kind of something that is new. And I think it's great. And I think it has a lot of tools. So with that, well, of course, you can eat and drink and have a good time, but there's lots of amenities, whether you want to go to the spa, work out, have children, and want to have a children's programs, and of course, great theater. So we're going to go ahead and start with Maria, and she's going to tell us a little bit about, well, we're going to start with Spa Carnival, and for all of y'all who work today, it's 4 o'clock here, or 4:15 here in New Orleans. That does look like something I would love to be doing this afternoon. So Maria, we have a couple of things about you, the theater, this carnival, if you want to share a little bit about that.
Yes, absolutely, Melinda. I am with you on that. Going to the spa is one of my absolute favorite things to do when I am on vacation. And here on Carnival, there are so many options. We have a state-of-the-art spa Carnival or Cloud9 Spa on every single one of our ships. And this is where you can just kick back, relax, be pampered. We have sweetest massages. There are hot stone massages as well. We do the full body seaweed wraps. So no matter what you are looking to do on board, we have some great treatments that you can choose from. And then in addition, we do have certain ships We actually have 3 of our ships that sail out of Galveston, and a lot of our ships from our Florida ports that feature spa staterooms. So when you're booking into a spa stateroom, you have exclusive access to all of those thermal rooms, including those lovely loungers that you just saw on the previous screen. So again, whether you want to kick back and just kind of pamper yourself in the spa, or maybe you're looking for some fun, some high energy entertainment, we do that, and we do that really well on Carnival. So our production shows are called Playlist Productions. We currently have about a dozen that are on rotation throughout our entire fleet. 3 of my favorites, actually, well, I'll share 2 of my favorites that are currently on rotation on our ships from New Orleans. One of them is called Country Roads. It's on the Carnival Valor, and it follows a country western band and kind of goes through the evolution of country music. We also have Amor Cubano, which, as it sounds, celebrates Latin music, so hits by Gloria Estefan and Celia Cruz. We even throw a little Pitbull in there. So just really fun playlist production shows. And the best part about Carnival is you don't really need a lot of reservations. So if you see on the Hub app that there's a show you want to go to, just walk right on into the lounge, grab a seat, and get yourself a cocktail and enjoy. And then right here on the screen is the one and only of its kind. This is the first ever roller coaster at sea, which we have introduced on our new flagship Mardi Gras that sails from Port Canaveral. So if you love the thrill of roller coasters and the enjoyment of a cruise, you can have both on Carnival. So again, this roller coaster, it's the first ever at sea. It goes up to 40 miles an hour, and it is a 2-seater, as you can tell. It actually sits 187 feet above sea level, and it is absolutely fantastic.
Now that is definitely a unique new thing on a cruise ship, and I'd love to go see it. I'm not sure if I want to ride it yet. I guess I'd have to watch, but that being 186 feet above is kind of interesting, and it looks like they're having a great time. So it is definitely something to try, and that's on the new Mardi Gras, correct?
Correct. You got it.
Okay. And Matt, let's see if you can come back and talk a little bit about your onboard amenities and what's going on with NCL and what are some of the innovations.
Yeah, thanks, Melinda. Our tech team here got involved and we fixed everything. Sorry about all the problems there, but we're back now. And yeah, so you just want to imagine all the different things you can do on a cruise ship. This is what's so wonderful about cruising. Whether you just want to lie around and relax and read a book all week, or whether you really want to get involved. Maybe you want to donate some money to the casino. Always open for donations. If you're feeling lucky in the casino, we've got beautiful spas on board. As you can see there, it looks like a fitness center. I'm not really sure what that is. I've never seen one of those before, but looks like a fitness center. But yeah, for those of you, I'm joking, of course. For those of you that want to stay in shape and work off those pounds as you gain them while you're on board, we definitely have a fitness center, and it's actually quite crowded every day. I think people feel a little guilty, and so after eating dinner, and so they show up in the fitness center, and then plenty of things to do outside, as you can see the Vibe Beach Club there. And yeah, what will we think of next? Well, we have got go-karts on a cruise ship. I don't know about you, but I really want to go on Carnival too and try that roller coaster. I'm a big roller coaster fan, but let me tell you, I've done the go-karts. They go up to 35 miles an hour. They're all electric, so we're not creating any pollution. They're lots of fun to do that at sea. And then if you're really, really adventurous, you try the walk the plank. And in fact, we have the walk the plank on the ship out of New Orleans on the Norwegian breakaway. You walk out to the very end there, and there's a little rope you can pull, and it'll take your selfie for you, so you're not holding a camera. And of course, as you can see there, you're always strapped in and safe as well.
Oh, Matt, I know at one time, didn't you have ice bars on board the ships? Do y'all still have ice bars?
We do. So we have a couple of different ice bars on the breakaway and the getaway. So again, the getaway, which is currently out of Miami, the breakaway, which is currently out of New Orleans. It's 12 degrees inside if you want to go inside the ice bar. We do give you a faux fur coat before you go in, and everything is made of ice. The chairs are made of ice. The bar is made of ice. And even the glasses are all made of ice. So as you drink your cocktail in there, you're drinking from a glass made of ice. So yeah, if you're into that kind of thing and really want to be cold, we have it for you.
I'm always
I
amazed
have,
at what comes out. So
I have
next,
to
we're
say
going to
that.
talk. I mean, the beautiful thing about trips is it's not just, it is a great family, it's a great adult only vacation because they have a lot of activities, obviously casinos and nightclubs and bars and things like that. But the other thing they have, which actually makes it a great vacation, is children's programs. So if you want to bring your children on board, there's all kinds of things for them to do on board the ships. So we're just going to briefly talk a little bit about what they offer, and we're going to talk to our Carnival and share what they do.
Awesome. Thanks, Melinda. So, again, with all the options that there are to do when you're cruising, whether you're cruising on Carnival or Norwegian, we always say just bring the family. The only thing better than a cruise is when you can bring your closest family and friends along with you. So definitely, we encourage you to bring the kids. We have award-winning kids programs on board. Everything is supervised. There's a whole list of activities that we offer for these kids, and we have programs for every single age range on Carnival. Our camp program is called Camp Ocean. It's totally included within your cruise fare, so no additional fees during the daytime activities. And that's going to be for your kids between the ages of 2 through 11. So we have the little bitties, which are the 2 through 5-year-olds in the penguins age range. Then we have these stingrays, which are for your 6 through 8-year-olds. And then, of course, the sharks for the 9 through 11-year-olds. So they do have their own grouping of activities and set of counselors. And then we have programs for the older kids, which, they're a little bit more difficult to entertain, right? To keep them happy on board, but we do an awesome job with that. So for those 12 through 14-year-olds, there is Circle C, which we offer activities all day long, scavenger hunts and arts and crafts and all those cool things. And then, of course, for the teenagers, we don't forget about them. 15 to 17-year-old, they have their own hangout spot called Club O2. No parents allowed. So they love that. The parents love that too. And it's just super fun. And again, that is available on every single one of our ships. And then beyond that, maybe you and your loved one want to just go out for a night on the town. As Matt said, make a donation in the casino, maybe go to the steakhouse and have a fine dining experience, and you don't want to bring the 5-year-old with you, you can certainly sign them up for our Night Owls babysitting service. So we do offer that for late nights just to give the parents a little break so they can spend some alone time as well. And then, of course, as you see here, a lot of our ships have these wonderful outdoor areas with water parks, our waterworks area, and then, of course, even our sky course. So our ropes course at sea is available on a lot of our ships.
And I know probably some of y'all who are on this call, and I appreciate y'all being here, have probably been on a cruise. But I have to tell you, I've been on, I can't even count how many cruises, but I've been on, and it's amazing what you don't know exists until you actually have someone say, look, and you're like, wow, I was on that ship for 7 nights. How did I miss that? And so we hope that some of this stuff is things that you didn't even know existed. And again, multi-generational family reunions and things like that have become very popular in 2022. And I think a cruise ship is the perfect opportunity. So Matt, I know y'all have kids programs too. So share a little bit about what y'all are doing.
Yeah, very similar to what Maria said. We have the kids programs as well, where we divide them up into different ages. It's kind of interesting about this whole industry. There was an old saying, I don't know if you remember this one, but people used to say that cruising was for the newlywed and the nearly dead. And certainly that's just not the case anymore. I mean, it is family cruising. And we have different activities scheduled throughout the day. We do have, as I said, the different clubs for kids. But our ships also have adult only areas as well. So there's areas, if you want to get away from the kids, you can do that. And certainly it also depends on the time of year you're cruising. So say if you're cruising right now, you're not going to see very many kids on board of our ships. But if you come during spring break time or during the summer months or during the holidays, you will certainly see lots of kids. So you need to really, I think it's important for people that are on the call, kind of set your expectations and know, when you're cruising and what the cruising environment is going to be like. So yeah, we're very kid friendly here at Norwegian Cruise Line. Certainly, we've got lots of activities for kids to do. But if you choose to cruise without the kids, just make sure you look at that school calendar. And when the kids are back in school, then you're cruising at that time as well.
Excellent tip, Matt. You're 100% right. Not only is there children, but when schools are out, the prices tend to fluctuate to a higher level because so many people want to go on vacation at the same time. So I agree 100% that, and I have to tell you, I've been on many cruises, and I know there were kids on it, and you don't even see them unless you go in. But I've also been on cruises with multi-generational, from 2-year-olds to 96-year-old, and it was fabulous because everyone had something to do, and it was great. So I know in 2022 and 2023, there's many people who are not yet quite ready to go across the ocean and go to Europe and do some of the things that some of y'all are, and so we're happy to help you with that. But Matt, talk a little bit about the closer to home destinations, and I know Maria will talk about some of the ships out of New Orleans, but I know that they also have very similar itineraries all over the United States, leaving from the United States.
Yeah, so we've really been focusing on what we like to call homebound type of cruising since March of 2020. So, the great thing about cruise ships, unlike a resort, is, with cruise ships, you can reposition them to where people want to cruise from. So we have, as you can see there, we have 3 ships that are going out of ports in Florida, including Port Canaveral. So for those of you that maybe want to do Disney or the theme parks or something like that, you can cruise out of there. Tampa and Miami. Up the East Coast, as you can see, Boston and New York, of course, New Orleans, Los Angeles, Seattle, Vancouver, and then we are actually the only cruise line that has a ship in in Honolulu year round. So we actually have a 7-day cruise round trip out of Honolulu year round every single Saturday, which starts up again here in May. And also, by the way, our New Orleans cruises, we do those seasonal. So as I said, we move our ships, in the summer months, we concentrate on different itineraries in the winter. But what we'd like to do when we reposition back to New Orleans in the fall for the fall season, which basically runs November to the following April, is we reposition a ship from New York City. And we have this one coming up again this fall. So November of 22, it's a one-time cruise once a year. And that goes from New York, goes all the way down to the deep Southern Caribbean, to Aruba and Curacao, over to Costa Rica, Cayman, Cozumel, and then to New Orleans. So we're really excited about that one. It's 14 days. It's definitely filling up fast. If you want to go to New York City, spend a few days in New York, and then come on down to New Orleans, that's the way to do it. And as I mentioned before, as you can see there, the only cruise line that does the 7-day Hawaii cruise. In fact, that's the only ship. None of our other ships can even do it except for the Pride of America. 7 days out of Honolulu, round trip. We do 2 overnights on a 7-day. So we do an overnight on Maui and an overnight on Kauai, full day in Hilo, full day in Kona. And then we do an afternoon sailing past the Napali coastline. And as you can see there, when we go from Hilo to Kona, we go north. But if there is volcanic activity at Kilauea, we do like to go south and show our guests that.
That's one thing I can't wait to see. And so
exactly
I think that would be so cool to sail by. But anyway, we do still have ships out of New Orleans. Like Matt said, there's ships all over. But Carnival has ships out of New Orleans. And so we have the Valor. So you want to talk a little bit about where the Valor goes and a little bit about the Valor?
Absolutely, Melinda. So we sail out of New Orleans year round. We've actually had an established relationship with the port city of New Orleans since 1994. So we have not 1, but 2 beautiful ships, again, that sail out of New Orleans all year round. Our first ship there on the previous screen was the Carnival Valor. She is a beautiful ship. She does our short itineraries out of New Orleans. So every other weekend, she sets sail on a Thursday and returns on a Monday to Cozumel, Mexico, and back. And then she also does a 5-day that departs either on a Monday or a Saturday, visiting Cozumel plus Progreso or Cozumel plus Costa Maya, which is a beautiful, kind of a little bit newer developed port. It is absolutely gorgeous with some resort style facilities right there as you step off the ship. So again, 2 great options for your short cruises out of New Orleans. And then the Carnival Glory, she is a sister ship to the Valor. So if you've sailed on the Valor, then you'll feel right at home on Glory. And she's our 7-day ship. So she departs virtually every Sunday to Sunday right out of New Orleans, mainly doing Western Caribbean. So currently the itineraries that she's featuring go to Isla Roatan, which is an island off the coast of Honduras. It is absolutely breathtaking. We also visit Belize, which is great for snorkeling, scuba diving opportunities, and then of course the great city of Cozumel. Now, eventually we'll also be bringing back our Ocho Rios and Montego Bay, Jamaica, and then also Grand Cayman to that Western Caribbean itinerary. And in addition to that, we do have about half a dozen itineraries that do Key West and Freeport, Nassau. Again, there's only about half a dozen of those, and they are between now through April of next year. They go really fast, so if you're interested in one of those opportunities, make sure you reach out to Travel Central fast. And talk about reaching out to Travel Central fast. Carnival Glory, she is setting sail on 2 spectacular Carnival Journeys longer sailings out of New Orleans. So just drive on down to New Orleans. You can park your car right there at the pier and go on this beautiful itinerary here. It is 14 days going through the Panama Canal. So it is round trip. So again, you leave from New Orleans, you visit Montego Bay, Aruba, Bonaire, Cartagena, Colombia. Then you do the partial Panama Canal transit. So that just means that the ship itself goes through the first set of locks, the Gatun locks, spins around for some scenic cruising opportunities in Gatun Lake, and then comes back out through that same set of locks. You also visit Limon, Costa Rica, and then Cozumel, and back to New Orleans. So if you're interested in either of these 2 departures, there is one November 27th of this year, and then the second one is December the 3rd of next year. They're going fast because, hey, who wants to sail in an interior room for 14 days? No one. So everybody's trying to get those balconies and those beautiful suites. So again, just make sure if either of those sound interesting to you, reach out to Travel Central soon to get at least your deposit down. And then don't forget about Alaska, right? It's such a beautiful cruise experience. It is, I think, the best way to see those beautiful port cities of Alaska is via cruise ship. We typically have one ship that's positioned in Alaska over the summer months, really May through September. However, this summer, what we've done is we've actually taken our 2 ships that were scheduled to be in Australia, New Zealand, and we have brought them home right here to do closer to home cruising, kind of like what Matt was talking about. We do expect to have a really, really popular Alaska season this summer, so we will have 3 ships, our Carnival Spirit, Carnival Splendor, and also Carnival Miracle. Now, what we do is we offer round trip Alaska itineraries. So the Carnival Splendor and the Carnival Spirit do 6 to 8 day round trip cruises from Seattle, visiting the beautiful Victoria Island, also visiting, of course, Ketchikan and Juneau, Skagway. There are a few that visit Sitka as well, with some gorgeous cruises through Tracy Arm Fjord that are included. And then we have, this is sort of brand new for us, 10-day round trip sailings to Alaska from San Francisco, and those are on Carnival Miracle. So keep us in mind for any of your Alaska sailings for sure.
I definitely agree with Maria that Alaska is very popular this year. Again, closer to home. Plus, it's just a great destination. I've been to Alaska 6 times and will go back. So if you haven't done Alaska, I highly recommend it. And I also know that NCL, I think Norwegian Cruise Line is going to have 7 ships, if I'm not mistaken, in Alaska. So you'll have plenty of opportunity with 3 of Carnivals and 7 of NCLs to definitely get into Alaska and see it. I highly recommend it and would say, if you haven't done it, I would choose it now. We talked about this a little bit, how cruises are perfect for families, but they're also perfect for other groups. So Matt, you want to talk a little bit about the groups and some of the opportunities?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Melinda. I was just going to piggyback on what you said about Alaska and real quick, for those of you that are on the call, there was no Alaska season in 2020 and a very, very, very abbreviated one in 21. So we are seeing better than high demand, record demand for this year for Alaska. So yeah, definitely get that Alaska cruise booked if you're thinking about it. So yeah, groups are the perfect opportunity if you want to get some people together, and there's all different types of groups. I've seen anything, church groups, alumni groups, sports teams, dance groups, bridge groups, and even knitting groups. So if you do have any type of special interest group that are interested in cruising, definitely something you want to contact Travel Central. Let them know you have a group of people that are interested in cruising, and let them find the perfect cruising opportunity for you and help put together your group for you.
And I think Maria is now going to talk a little bit about, and I think Norwegian's cruise lines are very similar, so their program is. So if Maria, you just want to talk a little bit about what a group is. And so it's a great program for anyone who is looking to travel and wants, and we make it very simple here at Travel Central. We create flyers, we send out emails, and we handle all the different payments and invoicing for anybody in your group. So I know one of the biggest challenges with family groups is having to call your aunts and your cousins and everyone else and saying we need the money to do. And we handle all of that for you.
That's exactly right, Melinda. You all do the heavy lifting and just make it easy for your guests, right? So they can focus on the fun part of planning that vacation. And yes, as Melinda said, we have a great program here at Carnival. We consider a group 8 cabins or more. So again, for that next, as Matt was saying, different group opportunities, whether you're traveling with family or friends or neighbors, or maybe it's a church group, definitely start thinking about who you want to sail with next. If you have at least 8 cabins, then you could potentially cruise for free. So you would basically get a free bed, a free berth. And then if you can bring along 16 cabins along with you, then you would earn yourself a complimentary cabin. You would just basically pay the taxes and fees on that room. So again, it's a great way to cruise at, for free or a great discount. And there's also some amenities, so some goodies that you can get when you travel together with a group of friends, such as onboard credits. There's bottles of wine. We do shared cocktail parties. If you know a lot of people and you're a true social butterfly and you have 50 friends or more, we even do private parties, which are really, really fun, especially if somebody is celebrating like a milestone birthday. And again, it's easy and it's fun. Your Travel Central advisor knows all about it. This is what they specialize in. So definitely talk to them if you're interested in taking advantage of this.
And remember, it's important that you do it before you start booking. Sometimes we'll have people who has one of their friends have booked on a ship already and they want us to move it into the group, and sometimes we can. But if you have to have 8 cabins in the group, not 8 cabins on the ship. So we need to make sure we book them all together so that people will actually earn the free. And now, once you earn the free, you can do anything you want as the group leader with it, whether you want to buy gifts for your people or just go on a cruise for free. So that's good. So of course, 2021, obviously everyone knows 2020 has brought all kinds of new interesting issues. And I think some people I think the health and safety, it's only been enhancements. As most of you who've been on a cruise, if you haven't been on a cruise, but if you've been on a cruise, you will know cruise lines are some of the cleanest places in the world. The staff is always walking around wiping things down. They're always cleaning the outside of the ship, the inside of the ship. But with that being said, they went ahead and took the opportunity while they were paused to enhance those. So I'm going to talk just a little bit about it because, again, they change constantly. So I don't want to go into too much detail, only because by next month they might be a little bit different. Now, the way they keep the ship clean won't change, but what the requirements might change. So Maria, talk a little bit about what y'all are doing.
Absolutely. And again, just as Melinda said, things are constantly changing. We've had some pretty major changes over the last couple of days, all for the better. So that's great news. But what we've done is, of course, this has always been the case. But again, the safety and security of all of our guests on board, including our crew, including the port cities in which we visit, have always been and will continue to be our #1 priority. So regardless of what the protocols are, just know that we are going to continue to keep that commitment we always have, and we'll continue that. So again, cruising is back. It is safe. It is, just again, a great way to vacation. Sure, are there requirements when it comes to vaccination status and testing, enhanced health screenings, and things like that? There are, but again, at this point, a lot of people have become accustomed to that. The most important part of this that I will share with you is keep in touch with your travel advisor. Things change constantly. We do have this amazing page called Have Fun, Be Safe, where we update with the most up-to-date protocols and requirements, but don't just rely on that. As soon as you're booked on your Carnival cruise, just maintain those conversations with your Travel Central advisor. They remain up to date. So as things change with the cruise lines, they're the first ones to know. So just reach out to them, ahead of your vacation, so that any of those boxes that have to be checked off before you head over to the port are, checked off. And, again, as long as you are maintaining connection with your travel advisor before sailing, we are making things very easy as we can for you to get on board and just have a wonderful time while you're sailing.
Thanks, Maria. And I know, Matt, y'all are doing very similar things, but I know y'all have changed some things in the recent past. I'll just say this real quick. Right now, they are doing required vaccinations for cruises in 2022. And so all the things that are going on in the thing, it's one of the safest places to be because everyone who's on board is vaccinated. But those things are changing, but currently I think that's still in place. But Matt, what has changed recently with y'all programs?
Well, and every day you just have to really stay focused and be attentive to all the different changes. As Maria said, in this industry, the safety of our guests, our crew, the communities we visit, that is our number one priority. Always is safety. Even from the time you watch the safety videos to the safety when it comes to COVID. And certainly vaccinations are important for. We do, right now, as of today, we are requiring vaccinations for all guests that are ages 12 and over. So that just changed, in fact, in the last 24 hours. So we are allowing guests that are 11 and under to be unvaccinated. But we do test everybody. We'll make sure that you've passed the test, and we have plenty of safety measures on board, including enhanced air filtration systems, social distancing when possible, and a wide range of different things that we have initiated just to make sure that our guests stay safe.
And I think it's important, but I do think it's quickly changing, and I think everyone is a little more accustomed to this whole thing. So the good news is we'll be better, we'll be cleaner, we'll be safer, but we'll all have a lot of fun, and that's great, And now I don't think the fun in cruising has gone away. So let's talk real quickly about specials. And so Matt, what is your current special? I'm not sure if this is the current one. For some reason, I thought it was less. But anyway, tell us what you got.
Yeah, this is still current. So we switch around a little bit from 70% off second guest to 35% off all guests. It's the same promotion. We just like to promote it in different ways. And we love to give away free. We just love to give things away. So we give away free open bar, free specialty dining, free excursions, which is an excursion credit for each port, free Wi-Fi, free extra guests. So if you're bringing the kids along, or if you're bringing your friends along, we have a free extra guest in the cabin. And right now we're even doing free air for the second guest. So if you're going somewhere like to Alaska, or you're cruising out of Honolulu, as you can see there, here is a sample airfare from New Orleans. It's $8.99 for the first guest, and it's free for the second guest. So again, we love to give away things for free. I don't know about you, but I love to get things for free as well. And a little bit more, if that wasn't enough, all the things we're giving away for free is we have our cruise first. So to get people back into the cruising spirit, if you will, we ask if you place a $150 deposit, that we just give you an extra $150 for free. So $150 gets you $300 immediately for free, on top of everything else that's free. Free for all.
Sometimes I have to agree, sometimes it's hard to believe. It's almost like in both Carnival and NCL have such great deals. I mean, how could you stay home when someone else is going to cook, clean, and make your bed for you? It's amazing. So tell Carnival, Maria, tell us a little bit about what y'all are having going on.
I love it. And free. I mean, you're speaking my language right there. So yeah, as Melinda said, I mean, it just, the deals, especially right now, are absolutely phenomenal. You just can't beat it. So right now we are offering our big savings sale, featuring hundreds of dollars off per person. So it's basically we have slash rates and are offering a great per person savings. And that sale ends on February 28th. So I think that is next Monday. So keep that in mind. And then beyond that, we also have our exclusive offer. So this again is only when you are booking through Travel Central. So this is a Travel Central perk only. You will not find this anywhere else in the marketplace, and it is the best deal out there. So for 1 week only, starting today, the countdown begins, and this is for sailings through April 2024. So feel free, you can go ahead and put down the deposit for that cruise in advance. We're offering our early saver rates to you, 50% off reduced deposits, plus an added bonus, you get up to $50 onboard cash. So you can spend that on anything, on drinks, on short excursions, whatever you like. So keep that in mind. And hey, for those of you who might be interested in an Alaska cruise or one of those Carnival Journey sailings with the Panama Canal partial transit, the deposits for those are usually $400 per person. So keep in mind, you get half off of that to reserve your room, but you gotta book with Travel Central within the next week. And next Monday is Lundi Gras, which is when the sale ends. So you may want to consider booking that this week because I'm not sure of Travel Central's hours next Monday, Tuesday.
We are closed on Tuesday. Happy Mardi Gras, everybody, but we will be here Monday from 9 to 1, just a short period of time. And I just want to share, right now there are a lot of deals in the marketplace, but I can honestly tell you that we are so busy right now at Travel Central. The travel is growing incredibly. So even though there might be good deals, take advantage of the good deals because eventually those good deals will go away as the ships and as the hotel rooms fill. They will no longer the prices will just continue to go up. And as both of them said, the deposits are such a low point to get in that if you put a deposit down, then you are able to go on the ship. So hold your cabin at that great rate. So anyway, I'm looking real quick at the chat and I see people saying hi, and I want to thank you for saying all that kind of stuff. Is there anyone who has any questions? Please put it in the chat box. If not, I just want to remind you that as we talk throughout this presentation, 2022 is going to be a unique year, just like 2021. Things will change, but that's okay. That's what we do here at Travel Central. We keep up with those changes on a daily basis and make sure that our travels are ready and have the information they need to travel. So with that, I don't see any. Is on Carnival, is Seafood Shack included in the cruise fare, Maria?
Yeah, great question. So that is one of our sort of specialty restaurants. It's considered a la carte. So what you do is you just order off of a menu. But I mean, most of the offerings start off about $3–4 per option. I think the lobster rolls I talked about are about $4. So very good prices and a lot less expensive than what you'd be paying for comparable seafood on land.
And then another question was, whoops, it went backwards. Another question was, is it better to book your excursions online or on the ship? And what I'll say to that is I think it's important to book your excursions early. One of the things we are seeing with capacity control and enhanced environments is that sometimes there are locations that we used to have tons of activities and tons of things to do, but unfortunately now, I was just recently in Budapest in Germany, and restaurants you couldn't get in because they had no more space. So I would absolutely, our biggest recommendation to everyone is if you want to do it, whether you want to go dog sledding in Alaska or snorkeling in Grand Cayman, to please book those in advance. And your Travel Central travel advisor is happy to work with you on that and help you book those types of excursions. So with that, I don't see any other questions. Let's see. So really, this bottom line, this is it. Now open for sale. The good news, business is as usual. Ships are sailing and travels are loving it. Everyone we've sent right now is enjoying their vacation. It is less crowded on ships. It is less crowded in Europe. So if you want to go, this is the year to go because 2023 is going to be a bang up year. So 2022 is turning out to be a great year. But I still think next year will be, it will get more and more crowded. So again, thank you everyone for coming. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. We did record the presentation and we'll have it available by email tomorrow to all of you. Thank you for joining us. Have a great evening. Bye-bye now.
Thank you.
Bye, thank you.